Friends, in the southern regions of Burkina Faso, there were once lands so fertile and beautiful that people called them paradise on earth. Green fields, tall grass, and fresh water streams defined the identity of this place. For the local people, this land was a blessing, providing grain for food, pastures for animals, and keeping centuries-old traditions alive. But with time, everything began to change. Wrong policies and foreign interference slowly turned those lush green fields into barren deserts. The real story of this destruction began with a caravan. During festival days, a group of traders and travelers passed through the region. But along with their goods and animals, they brought some uninvited guests, small but devastating rats. Quietly, these rodents slipped into the ecosystem. At first, no one paid much attention, as they seemed harmless. But soon, their true strength became clear. A single female rat can give birth to several babies in just a few weeks, and those babies themselves mature quickly and start reproducing. Within months, hundreds turned into thousands. Suddenly, everything began to collapse. Birds' nests were destroyed, eggs eaten, even chicks devoured. Crops, seeds, and vegetables, nothing was safe. Farmers watched helplessly as their hard work disappeared overnight. The once blessed land was now being devoured by an endless hunger. For the locals, it was like living through a nightmare. Birds vanished, animals suffered, and fields lay empty. Everyone realized that if these rats weren't stopped, the land once called paradise would soon turn into a graveyard. When the rat invasion pushed the land to the edge of ruin, locals decided they had to fight back. Their solution: bring in cats to hunt the rats. It seemed like a simple, smart fix. People believed the cats would control the rodent population and restore balance. But the opposite happened. The cats ignored the rats and went after easier prey, the birds. Nest after nest was destroyed. Rare species that once defined the region were hunted into extinction. It's estimated that thousands of birds were wiped out each year. What was meant to be a cure became a new disease. The land now suffered from two plagues, rats and cats, and both pushed the ecosystem closer to collapse. But the troubles didn't end there. A new disaster soon struck. After a caravan accident in the region, dozens of rabbits escaped into the wild. At first, they seemed harmless, cute, and innocent. But in time, their true impact became clear. Rabbits devoured grasslands and crops at the root. Pastures disappeared, leaving livestock without food. The soil loosened, and soon a massive landslide buried hundreds of animals and birds alive. The locals wept as they watched their paradise turn into a wasteland before their eyes. Now the land was ruled by three forces of destruction: rats, cats, and rabbits. The entire ecosystem was collapsing. Crops failed, pastures died, and bird nests vanished. Food became scarce, and children went hungry. The paradise of old was now a nightmare. When the situation reached the breaking point, young leader Ibrahim Traoré stepped in with bold action. Environmental experts and local authorities decided the first step was to eliminate the cats that had devastated the bird population. Using modern technology, GPS trackers and motion sensors were deployed to locate them. For months, teams worked tirelessly to trap and remove the cats. Finally, not a single cat was left in the region. The effect was immediate. Birds slowly began to return. Nests reappeared. Eggs were safe again. For the first time in years, the skies filled with birdsong. The land took its first breath of relief. But the bigger problem still remained. Rabbits and rats. Rabbits destroyed grass and crops, while rats ate seeds and eggs. If left unchecked, all the effort would be wasted. So, Traoré launched a massive operation costing millions of dollars. Scientists developed a biological weapon specifically designed to target rabbits. Since rabbits loved carrots, virus-laced carrots were spread across the land. Once eaten, the disease spread quickly, killing most of the rabbit population. In just weeks, their numbers dropped by 70%. But danger still lingered. A single surviving pair of rabbits, or rats, could restart the nightmare. That's why Traoré ordered a decisive winter operation. With migratory birds gone for the season, helicopters dropped 300 tons of poisoned bait across the region. Thousands of rats and rabbits were wiped out. Still, fears remained. What if a few survived? To ensure total success, specially trained dogs were brought in. These dogs, prepared for months, could sniff out even hidden animals and catch them immediately. Teams of dogs spread across the land, searching every corner, every burrow. Any remaining rat or rabbit was eliminated. Months of relentless effort finally brought victory. For the first time in decades, people believed the war was ending. Slowly, grass returned. Crops grew again. Birds filled the skies. The land was breathing life once more. Friends, this story from Burkina Faso carries a lesson for all humanity. It reminds us that destroying nature is easy, but restoring it is painfully hard. A small mistake, if ignored, can wipe out an entire ecosystem. So if you want more reality-based, thought-provoking stories like this, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps us going and inspires us to bring you more such stories.